Welcome back to a murder mystery crime and history. I'm going to switch this up a little bit though. This next video is going to be about a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy theory that the Clintons have murdered a lot of people. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just going to give you the information and you believe what you want. Also, please like, comment, and subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified of newer videos. Thank you. The Clinton body count is a conspiracy theory asserting that former U.S. President Bill Clinton and his wife Hillary Clinton have had Americans assassinated, totaling as many as 50 or more. Many parts of it have been advanced by Newsmax publisher Christopher Rudy, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, and others. Such accusations have been around at least since the 1990s, when a film called The Clinton Chronicles, produced by Larry Nichols and promoted by Reverend Jerry Falwell, accused Bill Clinton of multiple crimes, including murder. Here are some of the names that people believe are victims of the Clintons. C. Victor Razor II was National Finance co-chairman for Bill Clinton. He died in a plane crash along with his son and 3 others on July 30th, 1992, during a fishing trip. Conspiracy theorists believe the crash to have been deliberately caused. However, the National Transportation Safety Board ruled it as an accident, stating, "The pilot's delayed decision in reversing course and his failure to maintain airspeed during the maneuver. Factors related to the accident were mountainous terrain and low ceiling." Next, we have Mary Mohane. Mary Mohane was a White House intern who, in the early summer of 1997, was gunned down inside a Starbucks in the Georgetown suburb of Washington, D.C. The robber entered the store and shot Mohane after she attempted to take his gun. He then shot the other 2 Starbucks employees and fled, afraid the police would show up. However, conspiracy theorists believe Mohane was killed on the orders of the Clintons. Next, we have Vincent W. Foster. Deputy White House Counsel Vincent W. Foster was found dead in Fort Marcy Park in Virginia, outside Washington, D.C. on July 20th, 1993. An autopsy determined that he was shot in the mouth and no other wounds were found on his body. His death was ruled a suicide by 5 official investigations, but he remains a subject of conspiracy theories that he was actually murdered by the Clintons for knowing too much. Seth Rich is next on this list. The unsolved 2016 murder of Democratic National Committee staff member Seth Rich prompted conspiracy theorists to speculate that Hillary Clinton arranged his death. The debunked theory was based on a Fox News report, later retracted, that Rich had been responsible for WikiLeaks' release of DNC emails during the 2016 United States presidential campaign. Various elements of this theory have been promoted by prominent right-wing figures including Alex Jones, Newt Gingrich, and Sean Hannity. Next is Jeffrey Epstein. Convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, being held on federal charges of child sex trafficking, was found dead in his cell at the high-security Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan on August 10, 2019. An official autopsy later declared the cause of death as a suicide by hanging. His death led to conspiracy theories being relayed on social media, particularly relating to Bill Clinton and President Donald Trump. Hours after Epstein's death, Trump retweeted claims that Epstein's death was related to Clinton, including the hashtag Clinton body count. Lynn Patton, a Trump appointee at HUD, said Hillary and used the hashtag Vince Foster Part 2 in an Instagram post about Epstein's death. Political commentator Dinesh D'Souza attempted to use the time he spent in a federal correctional center to lend authority to the conspiracy theory that the Clintons were responsible for Epstein's death. Next alleged victim is Christopher Sine. Reporter Christopher Sine broke the news of a meeting on June 27, 2016 on the Phoenix Sky Harbor tarmac between former President Bill Clinton and then Attorney General Loretta Lynch. The timing of the meeting happened during the 2016 presidential election when then-candidate Hillary Clinton was under scrutiny for how she handled certain emails during her tenure as U.S. Secretary of State. Sine was found dead in his Alabama home on June 12, 2021. His death is being investigated as a suicide. Several right-wing figures, including Lauren Boebert, Dan Bongino, and Charlie Kirk, as well as the pro-Trump cable news channel One American News Network, suggested that Sine had been murdered by the Clintons. Next, Haitian President Jovenel Moïse was assassinated on July 7, 2021, when gunmen attacked his residence in Pélorin 5, a district of Pétionville. Martine Moïse, the First Lady of Haiti, was hospitalized for wounds sustained during the attack. Some right-wing conspiracy theorists have claimed that the Clintons were involved in Moïse's death, pointing to political controversies regarding aid given to Haiti by the Clinton Foundation, such as hurricane-proof classroom trailers that were found to be structurally unsafe and laced with formaldehyde. Followers of the QAnon conspiracy theory, who claim that Donald Trump is secretly waging war against a cabal of child traffickers that includes the Clintons, heavily discussed the idea that they had a hand in the assassination. Discussion of the unfounded claim caused the term quote-unquote Clintons to become a top trend on Twitter. Other people included in the Clinton body count include Jim McDougal, a financial partner of the Clintons in the real estate venture that led to the Whitewater scandal. McDougal died of a heart attack at the Federal Correctional Facility in Fort Worth, Texas on March 8, 1998. The next shocking name is John F. Kennedy Jr., who was, according to polls, the most popular Democrat in New York. According to friends, Kennedy considered seeking the seat of retiring Senator Daniel Moynihan in the 2000 United States Senate election in New York, but died in a plane crash on July 16, 1999. Hillary Clinton was elected to Moynihan's vacated seat on November 7, 2000. Next is Edward Eugene Willie Jr., a Clinton fundraiser whose wife, Kathleen Willie, alleged on the CBS News magazine 60 Minutes that Bill Clinton had sexually assaulted her on November 29, 1993. Kathleen also testified on the Paula Jones sexual harassment suit against Clinton. Edward was found dead in the Virginia woods, and his death was ruled a suicide. Next, Ron Brown, who served as the Secretary of Commerce during the first term of President Bill Clinton. Prior to this, he was chairman of the Democratic National Committee. Brown had been under investigation by an independent counsel for the Commerce Department Trade Mission controversy and was a material witness who had been noticed to testify in Judicial Watch's lawsuit against the Clinton Commerce Department. He and 34 others died in the 1996 Croatia United States Air Force CT-43 crash. Lastly, we have Jerry Parks, head of security for the Clinton headquarters during his presidential campaign in 1992, was killed on September 26, 1993, as he left a Mexican restaurant at the edge of Little Rock, Arkansas, by a man in another car that shot him 10 times using a 9mm handgun. Parks' son Gary asserted that his father collected a secret file of Clinton's peccadillos and that his father was using the file to try to blackmail the Clinton campaign. That's all for the Clinton body count. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Also hit the bell so you're notified for new videos.